What is going on? I'm back from vacation. I went away on vacation before, like right when the hockey season was starting. So I haven't made a video in a couple of weeks because I was away for a week. And yeah, you know how that goes, but it's all right. Hockey's back. And guess what? Market Movers X is out. So I wanted to highlight some of the features, give you a preview, show you what it looks like, and I will have a code below. So if you want to try Market Movers X for 1 month for $1, I'll throw the code down there. It's LAP $1, LAPP $1. You give it a try for a month. There's a few different data tools out there, certainly give them a try. I'm going to show you some of the things that Market Movers X brings to the table and why I use it and think it's the best tool out there. That's different strokes for different folks, right? If there's something else you like, that's up to you. But I'm going to show you some of the features of this one. First thing you'll notice from if you've watched my videos before, just a new look, totally updated, a lot more image heavy, which is really good, and it's all interactive. So we're always able to click on cards and just see some data. So, we click on that card, we see the Jack Eichel, we see some pricing details, some sales details, and then for sale. So the great thing about this for sale, by the way, is it's ordered from the lowest price to the highest price. So if we want to take a look at this one and see if it's for sale, it's the most inexpensive one, and we could go ahead and buy that for $385 Canadian if we liked. But really good information in there at a simple click on a single card. So this is the collection overview. I don't use a collection very often, but I do want to get it updated. It's just a lot of work. I got a lot of cards, and anywho, these are cards that are within my collection, and it isn't updated, so a lot of these cards I don't have right now. This is one that I entered, which is a Crosby Intimidation Nation. Anyways, so this is our dashboard anyways. Got the collection movers. Got some card favorites again. Something I really need to update because this could be really beneficial if I could quickly come here and go into cards that I want to. We can just take a look. Okay, we got Cale Makar Young Guns Canvas, PSA 10. Can look at pricing details, can look at items that are for sale. The pricing history. From here, we can also go ahead and click and get the graph if we wanted to take a look at what that card's done over X amount of time, last 30 days. All of this really interactive, really nice workflow, and provides a lot of information in just a few clicks. So I'd really like to get these card favorites, but that's there. Wax, if you collect wax, you can throw it in there. I'm not a wax guy. Then we got some announcements from Sports Card Investor and Market Movers. And then we got player favorites here. So if we wanted to see Adam Fox cards and sort of see what's going on with him, we can click in there, and here's a bunch of Adam Fox cards. All the Adam Fox cards, I believe, that are in the platform, it looks like. So, and we can look at the top gainers and the top decliners and scroll through those if we like, but that's our dashboard. Next thing we're going to get into, we're going to take a look at my collection. Again, something I don't use too much. I do want to get it updated. I would like to get my cards in there, but it's just a lot of work at this point because a lot of the cards that I have aren't on there. They're short prints, they're numbered, and they'll get them in there. But right now, I just don't utilize it all that much. However, I have put some cards in here so we can scroll through and take a look. Again, what you notice is a lot of images, and it's nice. We're just hovering here, and so we can take a look at Jack Eichel. Here's a great one. I bought a couple of Bo Bichette cards, and we can see that the average price I paid was $157 US, and currently the card is worth $17. So this is what happens when you venture away from your sport and stuff that I thought Bo Bichette, this is when base cards were big. I've had these for a couple years too. Base cards were all the rage. Everyone was grading, and it was cheap, and it is cheaper now too, down $18 if you don't know a PSA. But I'm into these cards for $157 each, so a pretty big L here, but hey, such is life. I got two nice Bo Bichette coasters, and I'll use them. So again, we click on it and we get more details there. We can close that out and we can scroll through the collection. Next thing we got is the card charts. I use this very often, so if I quickly want to check a price of Sidney Crosby, this is a card I'm watching right now. I got a PSA 9, and there hasn't been a sale in a bit, although there was a big raw sale. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at the PSA 9, and we'll take a look at his raw. We'll take a look at the 10 too, actually. The bigger sale was on a 10. But we can take a look at these, take a look at the last 90 days. So you can see here's a 10 sale I was talking about. Last sale on the 12th was at 31, and then he had a sale at 36.50 a couple days ago. So We haven't had sales of the Raw or the PSA 9. I'm sort of waiting for one of those to go. I think this 1464 is going to obviously go up a little bit. I think Sid was underpriced anyways, but regardless, that's not the point of this. The point is more to just show you what you can do. So we can take a look at that. The other thing we can do is we can take a look at the completed sales. For all of these, we can take a look at the base. These would be the PSA 9 sales. Then we can take a look at the Raw sales if we wanted to look at those. And then clicking here, we could look at all the PSA 10 sales. So this is something I use really quick. This is just a really easy way to price cards, check prices, compare, previous sales, and sort of take a look at a single graph and see where it's going. You can also look at price changes in terms of percentages. You can look at the total sales of the cards, numbers of the sales. I honestly don't use these features too much. Number of sales are important to me in some instances, but not something I use super often. And then this is just going to show the current price of those. So that's our charts. There's obviously a lot more to it, but I do want to get through this relatively quickly. So then we're going to take a look at next, which is price movements. So we're going to go ahead and look at hockey here. And we're going to take a look at PSA 10s and Raw. We're not going to put any year, but we're going to go with $50, and we're going to put 10 sales in the last 90 days. And then what we can do is click here, search, and we get the results. So we can see Kirill is up here. So Kirill is up, price change 83%. His starting price was $87. His current price is $160. So there was a good sale on that. Again, if we want to look at the chart, we can go ahead and click in here and see a quick chart of where he's gone. On the 18th, so 1 month ago, it sold at $113, and then there was a recent sale at $160. So good for Kirill. And then we can scroll through and take a look at sort of other cards for price movements. This is something that I use when I make the videos as well, when I want to look at who's done what. You've seen these charts before, but this is the updated Market Movers X version. And those are your price charts. You can filter by everything you see here. If you want to just look at players from 2020, you can go ahead and do that. Then it will just pull up to 2020 players. Put in the variation if you want to put in, your young guns. Base, you can go ahead and put that in there. So lots of filters, lots of ways to look for different cards and get that price and get that information that you want. And that's the price movements. I use it really often. Next thing we're going to look for is deals. So when you're looking for a tool like this, you want it to bring you some value, right? And I think that this is one of the great ways that it does. So what we're going to do is we're going to go deal hunting. We're going to look for some hockey. We want to get graded cards. Let's go again, same thing. We'll look at PSA 10s. And we're going to go ahead and look at $50 and up. And then within the $20. So we can filter this if we like, if we want at or below the last average sale, within 5%, within 10, within 20. I'm just going to leave it within 20% and sort of see what comes up here. And here's what we get. So we can see here, this is an interesting one right away. Adam Fox, this is a Future Watch Auto PSA 10. So the current price of that, or last sale of that, was $1,000, and this has a buy it now of $795. So depending on what you think of Adam Fox, maybe you think that $795 is a great price. You're getting it below comp or the last sale, and you can go ahead here. We could click into eBay, and we could go ahead and make that purchase of that card. So we can hunt through here and take a look and, try and find some deals. What I will say again with this Adam Fox is it's really interesting because I had two of these, Future Watch Auto PSA 10s. I razzed one, and the other one I had a hell of a time selling. I don't know why. My Young Guns Adam Fox PSA 10s moved pretty quickly. The Future Watch Auto PSA 10 didn't move so easily. So I'm not surprised at all that this individual is listing it at $795, which is below the last comp. He clearly wants to liquidate. So if you're looking for a Fox Future Watch Auto, you think that's a good price, I just saved you $200 from the comp. Go ahead, go pick that one up. All right, so that's our deals. Again, you can put as many filters in here as you want. If you want to look at Raw, if you want to look at specific sets, specific players, punch that in and you'll get all the results coming up here. Really great feature. That can pay for Market Movers in itself instead of going and hunting on eBay and trying to, manually track these things. All the data is right here, right in front of you. So awesome feature there. We can take a look at Market Pulse. So this is an index type of tool or an index for sports cards. So right here they have the Sports Card Investor 500. So they took 500 of the most prominent sports cards and put them in here. We can scroll through them if you like and just have a look. Look at that, Hulk Hogan made it in here. We can click on Hulk Hogan, see this card's worth $4,500 as a PSA 7. Wow. We can take a look, and yeah, so if I click right here, I can change the grade. It doesn't look like there's any grades other higher. BGS 9, no sales though. So PSA 7, $4,500, and were there PSA 8s? Yeah, PSA 8, $7,300. Didn't know that. If you're into the Hulkster, there's a card for you. Anyways, this Sports Card Investor 500. And then you got your pricing, and you can do it by price change as percentage or price change in dollars. And we can take a look back and go all data. And the all data here is going to go back to, I believe, 2021. So just about a year ago. So then we can look at, the last 365, 180. If we want to look at the 30 days, likely relatively flat, still down a little bit, actually. We can take a look here, down 3.4%. But there are also other indexes. So for us hockey guys, we're going to compare another index. Let's take a look at some young guns. So we'll take a look at 13, 15, and 17. And we'll put that there. We're going to get rid of this SCI index and just have our years. So we can take a look again. So we can look at the last 7 days, 14 days, 30 days. We could go through, take a look at the 90-day. And you can see that 2013 is, this is a dollar value. The price change I find makes it a little bit easier. So now we can just have a look. And so 2013 is down 9%, we can see there. And 2015 up 4.7%. 2017 down 21%. Now, why is 2017 down that much? What we can do is we can click here, 2017. So let's take a look at the players that are in that index. And so we got Tage Thompson, my boy, Jesper Bratt. I hope you did well with him if you bought him last year. Still a good sale, still playing well this year too. Clayton Keller, Alex DeBrincat. We got Kailer Yamamoto, Alex Formenton. So these are all the cards in the index. And as you can see, there's no one really all that notable. So likely why that index is down. It doesn't really have anyone holding it up. So that is the Market Pulse. The next thing that we will look at, which is a really cool feature, a new feature specific to Market Movers X. Again, if you want to try this out for a month for $1, code below, LAP $1, LAPP $1. Also leave a comment, hit that like button, subscribe. I never ask for that in the videos just because I forget, but it helps me out. I appreciate all you guys, but LAP $1 if you want to try it out for $1. For $1. We're going to take a look at some PSA 10s, and we're going to contrast them to Raw, and we're going to pick the year. We'll pick the year 2020, and then we'll go Upper Deck 2020 Upper Deck Hockey. And so then we can search in here, and here's what it's going to pull up. One of the things that I use super often is ratios, and you guys in the Discord know we all talk ratios, good multiples, bad multiples, but these intelligence reports really cue you into certain things. So I typically like to look at the current data just because it has the last sales. And when you're talking about young guns, they move so rapidly that usually the sales are relatively recently. You can see some of these here though were sold a while ago. So this one was back in August, but here's a January one. And the reason for that is these are relatively low pop cards. But look, super interesting. What's the ratio there? 99-cent card was the last sale, and PSA 10 sold for $130. Vitek Vanacek 60, so someone got this card for $1, and the PSA 10 last sale, which was a week ago, was $60. So this should get you thinking, right? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. $18 per card at PSA. This is a report that brings a whole lot of value. to you. Take a look at Niels Höglander 24. So we have a $3 card, PSA 10 selling for 80. Again, really important reports. So I'll be using that quite a bit. I have been using it quite a bit. And just another tool that makes life a lot easier when you're looking for specific data and ratios. And ratios are one piece of data that I look for very often. So intelligence reports right there. And then we will finish it off with the alerts. So you can take a look at the alerts that I have set up here. Typically these are for cards that I'm interested or I have that I want to sell. I don't have a whole lot of them in here right now, but they're really good. So what you can do is, so let's go in here and get a card that we want to watch. I'm going to pick Rasmus Dahlin, 2 goals in his first 2 games. I think pretty hot start. You can see all Dahlin's cards here. You can scroll through those, check the pricing. For the charts, we're going to take a look at his PSA 10. So we're going to go to the chart. But then what we can do is we can click on the card here, which brings up, again, the data. So here's some items for sale, completed sales. But what we can do is we can go ahead and set an alert. So we're going to set an alert for the PSA 10. Its current price is about $115. So I want to be flagged. I want to be flagged when there's a $150 sale. So let's put like $149. So once there is a sale above $149, you can see that has been successfully set. Once there's a sale above $149, it's going to ping me, let me know there was a sale. So if I have one of these cards, you just want to be aware of these things. So if there's a big sale on a card and yours is priced below, perhaps you want to adjust that sale. But all these things, it's just data, it's information, it's stuff that we need to make decisions. It's all right here. You know, it takes a little bit of getting used to, and there'll be things that you use and maybe other things that you don't use, much like me. However, you know, Market Movers X, great platform, great new look. Use that promo code if you like, LAP1BUCK, and we will check you.